I'll give you a call after I get back to the shop, Tom, or when I'm headed back to the...
Well, I'm heading that way to town anyway, so I'll just meet you there.
Oh. Okay.
Look at all these beautiful people. My goodness. Oh, Carrie Ann brought her special guest. Whoa. Leroy brought his big fish. Cool.
Katie.
Take it off.
Oh.
Does everyone put it on?
Hi, Katie.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Is this Merry Christmas week?
You guys know.
Yes, it is. Merry Christmas week and anniversary week.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Rosie is back week, too.
Yeah.
Rosie's back week.
Yeah. We haven't seen Rosie in a couple of weeks.
I know.
Yeah, but she got up in time this
Oh,
week.
she got up in time. That's good.
Well, that's why I have the picture off.
Yeah, wait a minute. And we have somebody named Mindy. Is that a new face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hi.
Mindy.
I get to be your speaker today. I'm so excited.
Oh, hey.
Now, Mindy Leasure. That just sounds like the name of the century. I'm Mindy. I'm Leisure Lee. Oh.
Yes, a lady of leisure. I married Mr. Leisure.
Yeah, that's it.
No, we have lots of fun with our name. It's actually French, but we feel too fancy to pronounce it the original way, which is Leisure. You know, it's not that fancy stuff.
Yeah, bring it up.
Better the other way, Carrie.
Yeah.
Looks like Leroy's deep sea dive in there.
Yeah.
So, Mindy, your program today, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
And I will make you a co-host, and you want to share anything?
Yes, I would love to share some slides to help.
Okay, we're going to have share screen. We're going to have you as a co-host. Anything you want me to do to bring up any other websites or anything?
No, I think if I can share the screen, that will be plenty.
It's sufficient. Okay, I just did that. So I don't need to make you a co-host.
Yeah. Okay.
I have something to share. Soy eggnog sucks. It's interesting what Fred Meyer chooses to substitute.
Oh.
Yeah, I drank some of my wife's eggnog yesterday for lunch, and she kind of looked at me like, wait a minute, that's mine. So, no Cindy Fickett.
Were they the ones that said they wouldn't be here this week?
Yeah.
No.
You're either flying back tonight or tomorrow.
Oh.
Okay. I'm trying to decide whether I need to record or not.
We do.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you better just record on the
Yeah.
on the side of caution.
Yes, you're right. And I got to figure out if I
Got a caution button.
Yeah. Video settings.
Light group today.
Maybe Dwayne has it.
Hey, where's your other half, Ken?
Right here.
Oh.
Ken Bo?
There she is.
I heard her.
There she is.
There she is.
Hi, morning. Hey, Phil's coming up.
Hi. Hey.
Dolly's on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yay.
Hey, I heard you had a very worried husband.
I think so.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
You wouldn't have anybody keep the books.
Yeah.
Oh, darn, did I not get rid of that money? Shoot, I forgot. How you doing, Dolly? I'm better. Every day, a little bit better. I had pneumonia and COVID.
Oh.
You have COVID also?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
What? So the difference between COVID and pneumonia is what?
The pneumonia was brought on because of the COVID.
Yeah.
So that's how my body reacted.
And you caught it in Maui?
No, we didn't go to Maui. No, sometime after Thanksgiving and before the 3rd of December. We're not sure. Anyway, we're on the mend, so that's good news.
You, Doug? Are
Otherwise,
you
we'd probably
good?
still be in Hawaii, wouldn't we?
No,
Yeah.
that's
Did you get
good.
sick,
He never got it. Or if he did, it
That's
was
awesome.
just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no symptoms or any issues. Just keeping her going wasn't it?
That's right.
Main.
Well, I got
Situation.
exposed to COVID and then 5 days later got tested and came back negative.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but isn't it like 10 to 14 days it could still show up? I mean,
I'm well beyond 14 days now, and it's...
My daughter's, one of her friends actually had a false positive. I think she had tested positive. I think she had traveled. And everybody else around her tested negative. Everyone, so they retested it, and she came back negative.
no.
So they think that she had a false positive. But that was, it was scary there for a little bit. My daughter had to test, and we had to wait. And,
Wow.
yeah. So false positives can happen sometimes.
Yeah.
There's Leroy.
All right. well,
Hey,
Hey,
are you
Leroy.
still deep sea diving?
We're going to send a rescue swimmer.
Yeah, did your tank run out of oxygen?
Yeah.
No,
Let's go ahead and
Where's your
start
scuba gear?
December 22nd, 2020. Bring anything on the drive and drop? I haven't seen anything in the paper or anything, so.
Yes, I do. Just got it just a couple days ago. And the reason we were late with it is the lady that helps us run the drive from CAP, her dad passed away. So anyway, the figures that I got from her, the food that was collected was about 9,246 pounds, which doesn't really seem like a lot, but under the circumstances, we felt it was good.
Uh-huh.
The good part was the donations that came in. There was $10,041 in donations.
Wow.
With that money, the CAP is able to purchase a tremendous amount of food to fill in the gaps where it's most needed. And again, I'd like to thank everybody that took part in the drive and drop. This coming year, 2021, hopefully we'll have a get back to normal with our walk and knock food drive and provide a lot more food for the bank.
Okay. All right, thank you. Ken, do you have anything for the zone this week? Are we up to date?
no, everything's pretty well up to date on the zone issues. Everybody is trying to get all their 6-month records and it's caught up and put back in. So we're working with several clubs on some of the things they're lacking service in. So other than that, we're looking pretty good.
All right. Any sunshine reports today? Hal?
Well, mine's not a sunshine. Mine was
Okay. All right.
more of an LCIF.
Okay.
Remember, year-end donations can help you with the LCIF, and I can walk you through. And I want to do a shout-out to Doug and Dolly. I got to tell you, these two people in support of Lions Club International Foundation blows my mind. And is it okay if I share the amount, Doug and Dolly?
Sure.
As a year-end donation, they made a $5,000 donation to LCIF.
Well, thank you. All right.
They know I love them. I just love them exponentially right now. I would ask each and every one of you to consider year-end. And Marilyn, I hope this is okay. Marilyn started with her first online donation of $50. And Marilyn, that's a shout out to you too, because the goal is to get average of $100 per member. And thanks to Doug and Dolly, we're almost there, but we still need each of you to do another $50 or $100 or whatever it is you can do for the Lions Club's International Foundation. It's been doing some miracle work this year during the COVID.
Yeah.
My brother is doing very well. He went to University of Washington. He's set up with their Get Your Heart Better program. And if that doesn't work, he's set up for a heart transplant.
Okay.
I'm doing better, except I'm still annoyed by my voice being not the voice I remember.
It's actually better, Al.
Thank you, Doug.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe you can carry a tune now.
Yeah.
Do I sound like Roy Rogers now?
Yeah.
I can, yeah.
Steve Patterson?
Thank you, Darlene. A couple of weeks ago, I sent a letter to each member of Pioneer Lions requesting $1 or more donation for care. And I'm here to tell everyone today a huge, huge thank you. Our funds have exceeded $1,380. And we are, I think we're not quite done yet, are we, Dolly?
No, add about 1,100 to that
Oh.
for MD-19.
It truly is inspiring. I'm proud to be a member of this club in particular, in the way that everyone has stepped up. And with that, we're going to donate. We were going to do it for Happy Dollars, but
Well, you're making the decision, go for it. I think you made a separate decision. It wasn't a mutual.
I want to buy that new car. Right?
Yeah.
I believe instead of 50 Happy Dollars, we'll donate 50 to LCIF, and honoring Mr. Palmer and his wife this coming Saturday, who will be celebrating their 51st anniversary. And Steve and Marilyn on this Saturday will be celebrating our 50th.
All right.
Oh, happy anniversary!
And thank you, Dolly, for those numbers. I am truly inspired.
So is the number really 2,000 and something for care?
Yes, it is.
Whoa.
Yes.
Right.
Wow, praise the Lord.
I just figured it's also, I think probably by the end of the year, because we have until like June, right? For the end of the year that.
Yep, correct. That's correct.
If we can get out and, do some more California stuff, we'll probably be able to change our budget and give more to care to also as a club. So we'll just have to have to wait and see what happens. And then
Absolutely.
So, hey, Hal, if they want to donate to LCIF, do we do it through our website?
Do it online. If you have a check to donate, get that to me ASAP. But it'll be really easy I can do a Zoom meeting with you and I can walk you through donating online.
Okay. All right. So if anybody wants to donate online or get a check to Hal, but then if they give you the check, does it go through our Lions Club?
Well, they give it to me. They make it out to LCIF. Our club gets automatic credit.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right.
I've got to send in some checks I have right now. Also.
Okay.
So if anybody can get me something, this week, that would be great.
Okay.
Whatever.
Marilyn?
I just have a question for Hal. Did you talk with Cindy Sessions within the last week or so about?
I have not, but I need to. Cindy, just so you know, donated $1,000.
Right, and she said she hadn't noticed that had been.
Yeah, it's in my little pile to mail in to LCIF.
Alrighty.
All right.
Online donations are instantaneous. Checks take a little bit longer because of my slowness.
Oh, okay.
Never of us.
Any
Yes.
other happy, sad bucks or sunshine reports? Greg?
Yeah, the Pattersons and the Palmers are celebrating anniversaries. My mother has anniversary also on the 26th.
Oh.
Her anniversary is, she'll be 97 years old.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Wow.
Should we just pre-record a happy birthday message and send it to her?
As long as you don't sing now.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Marilyn?
I would just like to share, I haven't seen Jim Reinecke on Zoom for a while, so yesterday I picked up the phone and called to say hello, and he said he and Eileen are doing great. He said it, as he put it, you know, when you get old, he says the doctor appointments keep coming, and he says they seem to schedule on Tuesdays. So he said they'll
Really?
be back,
Really?
and they have a minute or two. What's that? Oh, I thought someone said something.
No.
So anyway, I had a nice little chat, and they're doing fine. They're healthy.
Good. Good. All right. Anybody else with happy or sad bucks or sunshine? Jim Waters, and then we'll come to Dwayne.
I had a friend down in California that was the secretary of the church that we attended. She's just 45 years old. She just passed from COVID.
Oh.
And that's as I'm hearing things coming from this club, there are a lot of things hitting hard. And I have to fight to control my anger over the disbelievers in saying COVID is a hoax and that you don't need to wear a mask. I think that is one of the most selfish acts on the country, to say I'm not going to wear a mask. I have my constitutional rights, and I guess I have a constitutional right to not have somebody cough in my face and give me COVID. You don't have a right to go out and infect somebody. I'm sorry.
Plus, there's a new strain that's supposedly maybe here that's coming from England and
Yeah.
oh. But, okay,
we don't even want to talk about that yet.
all right. Any more happy or sad bucks or anything?
Yeah, Hal, Palmer.
Yes.
Rick Johnson just called me. He was trying to figure out how to get into the meeting, and he downloaded Zoom, but it's all gunny bag. It's not working for him. So
Who?
Rick Johnson. If you have his phone number or his email, maybe you could talk him through it before next week.
You bet.
All right. Okay, Carrie Ann, I'll admit, Doug. Doug, did you have something?
Oh, I thought you were going to go to Carrie Ann. Yes, I got $20, happy dollars. They're all right here.
Oh, okay.
That is the least I can do.
Yeah. Well, it's
Wow.
nice to see you guys on the meeting, so we're all thinking about you. So, okay, Carrie Ann, it is yours. Meeting today.
Oh, sorry. Ouch. We're rearranging my legs here. I'm gonna have to get up. Well, I thank you, Mindy, for coming on board with us today because she just got a last minute notice last night. So thank you for joining us. And Mindy is the director over at Headstart, and I'll just turn it over to her.
Thanks. You were also wonderful. Thanks for having me today. I'm just hoping that I can share a little bit about why we do what we do, what we're doing, and answer any questions about what you have about Headstart in the community. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you can see some of the slides that I have, so we can bring some of what I'm saying to life for you. All right. Can you all see it?
Yes.
Great. So I've been the director here. I'm just starting my 3rd year, so I still feel like a baby. There's a lot to do in a big program like this, but I'm just so privileged to do the work. A little bit about Head Start. It is a federal program. It's been around since 1965. And actually in our local community, it started out as a community action program, CAP program, in 1969. So we've been around in the community for quite some time. We've also had early Head Start. It came online federally about 35 years ago, but in our community, we just started that up about 10 years ago. And early Head Start is different than Head Start in that it serves pregnant moms and their infants and toddlers up to age 3. So those really early years of development. And Head Start and ECAP serve 3 to 5-year-olds in that preschool program. ECAP stands for Early Childhood Education and Assistance Program, and it is state funded. And a really cool thing about ECAP is that Washington State is the only state in the country that has a comprehensive preschool program that gets close to Head Start, the only state. So we're pretty progressive in that regard. So a little bit about why. We have, in Head Start and ECAP, we've been focused on closing the opportunity gap for children in poverty for all these, 50 plus years. And this is some data from 2018 out of the 0 to 3 fund. And it says that nearly half of America's babies live in or near poverty. So this is a clear warning sign for America's global competitiveness, that almost half of our future workforce is in jeopardy of falling behind. This is a big part of why we do what we do at Head Start and ECAP to serve low-income children and families. We want to close that gap. And then the research also shows that poverty diminishes brain growth. You all do a ton of community service and work with our community, and so you see some of the differences in the folks in our community. And for young children, that early stress and that lack of positive early experience affects how they learn and how they become school ready. And I told you a little bit about early Head Start. That's that 0 to age 3. It's really important. It's part of our goal as a program here at the college because those gaps in early development start showing up at age 2. Right, as children start nearing that. And so we can see this chart is about vocabulary size. And so the more we talk and read and sing with our little ones, it has a big difference. And families in poverty are often dealing with a lot of different struggles that get in the way of those positive experiences. So we know that this is like the POW Zam slide. Strong, nurturing relationships help build healthy brains. And so that's what we've been doing here at Head Start and ECAP. We've been working on building healthy brains all of these years. Here in our local program, we have a lot of goals. And our vision is that families be empowered to make a positive difference in their lives and in the community here where we all live, work, and learn. We're a 2-generation program. Head Start is different in that it is not just about the child and the child's education. We can't do that with young children without their parent. That parent is integral. And if they're, like we talked about, living in poverty and have some of those barriers, that can get in the way. And so we come alongside both parent and child in our education, our preschool services, and what we call comprehensive services. And that is supporting the health and the education of not only the child, but the parent. And then providing a lot of parent involvement activities so that they can learn along with us. And then we do some social services. Each child and family in our program has the preschool classroom, but they also have a family advocate that works with the parent. And they look at helping that parent identify their strengths and then also where they might want to grow and start doing some daydreaming and some goal setting. So, did you all know that we have 9 different locations in the county? It's kind of surprising to most folks that we're spread out. We work hard to serve families where they're at. And so we have 537 children and their families that we serve each year. And this slide shows where our child care centers are Barnes North. And those numbers that you see behind them are how many children we serve at each location. So lots going on in the community. We have a lot of different models to serve families' needs. So some families in poverty might be not working, or they might be working part-time. Some are working like 3 part-time jobs. God bless those parents. So we do part-day programs, and we have school day programs that line up with maybe their older child's K-12 school day to help that be seamless for families. And then we also have in early Head Start a home-based model where we're serving families where we meet them at their home weekly and work on positive parent-child interactions and supporting that parent in supporting their child's development. And so there again is that hallmark of we're not just doing it with a child, we're doing it with the parent. And then we use evidence and research-based curriculum. We're trying to do high-quality preschool here, and so create a curriculum. And then, I don't know, has anyone heard of conscious discipline? Some of our local schools are using it. But that's what we use for our social-emotional curriculum. We don't do this work in a silo. Again, as you all know, being active in our community, it takes all of us doing our part, and so we really rely on our school district partners. They give us special services that we partner with. Their teachers come into our classrooms and serve children right there if they need an IEP, an individual education plan. It might be at this age working on their speech, or sometimes a lot more special services are needed too, up to children with feeding tubes and in wheelchairs and that sort of thing as well. So it's nice that they can have those services right in their classroom instead of having to go somewhere else and get those things. And then the school districts also really help us with getting access to families by helping with facility use and land use. So we really appreciate them for making it easier for families to get these needs met. And then we just love our community. I came here in 1991 as a middle schooler. I came from a part of the country that was one desert in Nevada to another desert in Nome, Alaska, if you can believe that, way up above the tree line. And so growing up in those 2 deserts and then coming here to the Pacific Northwest, I thought it was the Emerald City. I mean, it was glowing green. And it still feels that way to me today. And we landed in this community, and I just really admire how much positivity we have. And I see it when I look at this slide. It looks like a lot of words, but all of these different community partners that support the health of our community. And then we're pretty lucky to be a part of Lower Columbia College. They're what's called the grantees, so they accept the grants so that we in the program can do all the work. Because the college has all of those other educational resources for the parents that we serve. So when we think about wrapping around not only this child, but the family, when we build a strong relationship with parents and connect with them about what their goals are, oftentimes it might be around completing their own education and moving in a career path for themselves. And so LCC has a lot of things that we can take advantage of to do that. It's also the work that we do to serve the children that we do. It takes 131 full-time staff, and so a lot of those staff we're growing our own workforce because we don't have a lot of people in our community that have a bachelor's degree in early childhood education. So we're getting them connected to the classes here at LCC so that they can continue on, and we support them to do that and still work with us. So that's a pretty cool partnership as well. So this is a big reason why I do this work. I love parents and I love supporting their leadership development. And so this is a picture of some of our parents that are on our policy council. They're part of the governance for our program. They help us make decisions. They give input and guidance. They approve hires, personnel hires. They review and approve any of our funding applications for grants that we do. They have a lot of say. And because of that, they get involved and they lead the meetings and they learn how to advocate. This is some of them at the state capitol, getting ready to talk to some of our state legislators a couple of years ago. And then a couple of years ago, they came and spoke to all of our staff. So 175 people, some of our parents got to be in a room and speak to. So it's great to see them grow and take advantage of the opportunities over the years. So all of this leads back to us getting, hoping to heal a family and get them ready for school. And so this is what a school-ready child looks like. They're communicative, they're persistent, they're confident, they're empathetic, they're curious, collaborative, problem solvers, they're creative, and they have self-control. And this is what we're about at Headstart and ECAP. So I will go ahead and exit. I'd love to answer any questions that you all have.
Hey, Mindy, is Head Start meeting every day now with COVID and everything?
Yeah, so COVID has been a challenge for all of us, right? And it certainly has affected us. Last spring, we went into full lockdown with our educators across the state and began virtual remote services. And so we learned and fumbled through that. And then this fall, we were able to come back and offer more of a hybrid model. So 75% of the kids that we serve are receiving 2 days of in-person instruction so that we can keep our group sizes where they need to be for our safety restrictions. And then the other half of the class gets to come the other 2 days. And then we have about 25% that are parents that are just, needing to protect their health and the health of their family. And so they're getting those remote virtual services.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mindy, how do people contribute to Head Start?
Head Start, we have, because of our different funding sources, one of the things that's really helpful for our program is that if we have any donations, they can just come straight to the college through the foundation or to our administrative offices. And we really put those towards our ECAP program because it's funded much less than Head Start. So about 90% of those funds go to salaries, staff salaries and benefits. And so any other donations get to go to supplies for classrooms and families so that we can continue to do high quality work.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Ken?
Yeah, Mindy, just a couple of comments, a couple of questions probably. I'm very impressed with Head Start and the early learning programs as part of being involved with the SD 112 and the fantastic job they're going through with educating the kids and preparing them to go to school. And the parents play an ever important role in continuing that education. What do you see as going into dealing with parents and families in their home lives to continue this education? How involved do you get with the families in that?
Yeah, that is a great question, Ken. And we can't make progress with children this young without their parent. And so what that looks like is several home visits a year. Of course, right now we're doing those virtually. So we're in their home virtually, but normally it's at least 5 home visits a year and then several connections, well, almost every day because we see the parent when they drop their child off and pick them up. And those are those kind of organic opportunities to just get to know people where we start to learn more about parents and what they're interested in so that we can grab those opportunities to see if they might be ready to take a next step in their life in one way or another. So a lot of contact with parents is the key. And then also providing them ways that they can contribute in a meaningful way seems to make a big difference. One of the parts of our work is we have to have a match for our grant. We have to come up with, almost $1 million in in-kind match, and our parents contribute to the bulk of that through working with their child at home. And so they track their reading to their child, doing math activities that they've partnered with their teacher to create. And so that high level of involvement is what keeps them engaged, and they feel like they're making a difference, because when they reach that in-kind match, that means that we get to continue the work for the next group of students and parents the next year, because we get to keep those funds. So there's high stakes in it too, which matters for them.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have any questions?
I don't have a question, but I have a comment.
Okay.
My son's 20 now, almost 21. So 16 years ago, I was on policy council. I was on executive committee. I was on budget, transportation, and the hiring committee, and you name it, I did it at LCC.
Awesome.
So I was very involved in Headstart. So
good.
My son loved it. He loved it. He still talks about his teacher there, Teacher Lula.
Yep. That is a common story. Thank you so much for sharing.
It was a great time of our lives. We loved Headstart, and Joyce and Sandy, and still see him sometimes around, and it was very positive in our lives. My son graduated from high school a year early. Matter of fact, it was hard to keep him challenged in school, because he excelled, and so he found it really boring. But I think a lot of that probably had to do with a lot of his early learning, probably at Headstart. So
good. Ken?
I guess I'm going to step in as your zone chair and ask Mindy or see if there's any response from anybody. Children are one of the most important things part of Lions. And we have a proud Pioneer Lions Club in Longview that do tremendous things, such as reading to children. We have sight and hearing tests. Are you involved with any of those programs? Or Marilyn and Bob and all of you that are there, do we have any connection with the Head Start program with some of our fantastic Lions programs?
I'm aware that we've had connections for glasses, and then also for reading. In a typical year, we have what's called community readers, and we invite community groups in. And I know we've had Lions members before come in and read to kids in the classrooms. I can't wait for us to be able to do that again. But yeah, what are some other things? How could we be more connected?
About the site.
Site, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was that, Lloyd?
We do. One of our members inquired a test where we test kids for glasses, see if they need glasses. Mm-hmm. I know we haven't been to Head Start yet, because we're scheduled to do a couple other schools, but we're going to wait till spring now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if do you guys do stuff like that there?
We do vision and hearing screenings as part of the work that we do, but sometimes if most of our children, like almost all of them, are insured, so we're able to connect them right to their primary care provider. But maybe once a year we'll have someone who doesn't have that connection yet, and they're waiting for their insurance coverage, and we might connect to Lions for vision.
Okay.
Well, I think what Lloyd is talking about is the early screening, which many doctors don't do. And that's what the process we have right now. Maybe there's a link that could be done.
Yeah, I think we're partnering. So we're doing that work with the Head Start kids. We have those vision screeners that the teachers do in the classroom. So Lions doing it for the other parts of our community. All together, we make a big difference.
Sure. I've been around Head Start for many years, and coaching and so forth, and seeing kids through that. Is there have you been tracking data on how much better they do in schools after they go through your program, say all the way through high school?
So we don't have local data that tracks for that long term, for like a long term study, but there are several national studies that track that and show that if kids receive, similar high quality support in their elementary school, then that is a lasting effect. They keep those gains that they've had during Head Start. What we do track each year is how our children do in all of their learning areas in the fall, in the winter, and the spring. So we can see that we're making gains in development. And then we adjust and do some different strategies if we're seeing a certain area not have a whole lot of growth. For example, a couple of years ago, we saw that math wasn't making a lot of gains like we'd hoped. So we had to implement a lot of different strategies to try and make some headway there. And that's still an area that needs work.
Well, if you read the studies from the school districts, they agree with you.
Mindy, if someone donates through LCIS, I mean not LCIS, I'm sorry, LCC Foundation, is there a way to designate that you want those funds to go to Head Start?
That is exactly right. You just have to ask that it's designated for Head Start, and then they make sure it gets our way.
Do they have an online donation facility? Do you know?
That is a great question, Cheryl. I'd have to find out and follow up.
Okay. Well, I can go to their website and poke around too.
Yeah, that's a question I should be able to answer, though. That's my newbiness coming through.
All right. Any other questions? Well, Mindy, I want to thank you very much for your information. I know as a retired teacher, that does make a difference when the kids come into school, how well, prepared they are. I got junior high years, but I know that the different backgrounds on different kids makes a big difference. So I'm really happy for what you guys do in Head Start. I want to thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you and your time listening to me today and hearing about us.
Oh, thank you.
Wish you all a blessed holiday and a wonderful, stay healthy and safe out there.
Right, you too. Okay, Gina would like also at the end of the meeting today to have an awards meeting. So if you're on the awards committee, please stay on at the end. Anybody else have any announcements besides the awards wanting a meeting? I will then kind of close this. You guys have a nice Christmas and stuff, and stay safe, and hopefully in a couple of months maybe we can meet in person if we can get the vaccine and stuff. I mean, more people are getting it every day, so hopefully we'll be able to in a few months. So stay safe, and we will see you guys all next week.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Everybody.
Hey, Hal.
Yes,
Hal.
I'm here. Oops, I'm here.
Do you know Steve Wilcox?
Uh-huh.
He's in the market for a boat.
I thought he had one.
He does, but he's looking for another one now.
I'll give him a call. Thank you.
Just a reminder, try to get a hold of Rick Johnson because he really would like to join us. He just can't figure out the tech.
You just can't figure it out, huh?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Rick Johnson.
He says he has it downloaded, but there's probably a step or two he's missed. So maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone have a wonderful holiday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We have a witness here. Lloyd gets a cut of the commission.
Okay.
Finder's fee.
Good to see you, Doug and Dolly.
Yeah.
Yeah, amen.
One day at a time. Take it easy.
Yeah.
And thank you, Steve, for all you've done. We need to talk a little bit more together, but you have done a terrific job with CARE, and I'm really impressed. And Hal, the same to you. Oh, I'm sorry, Hal, I didn't mean to interrupt your lunch. But.
This is a lunch meeting. Come on now.
Okay. Well, I'm just really impressed with what you guys have done with both of those programs. You know, those are two of our drives this year in our district, and I just have to commend both of you for your efforts. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Gina, I was just going to stay on just to verify real quick the awards meeting you're doing today. So are you going to do awards next Tuesday? So we have a speaker next Tuesday, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my plan, unless somebody wants to do something different, because I'm flexible.
No, I think that sounds good. I just wanted to be sure with you. So no problem.
Okay, thank you. For asking. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, Dolly. Bye, Doug.
Bye.
I won't leave. Come on.
Yeah.
Keep us coming.
Hug your kids.
Bye, everybody. All right. Is this our group now? Okay. We have a nomination for we have a nomination, and the people are on the board on this awards team. So I don't know how you really do that without just putting it out there. Is that okay, Steve? How about it, Terry? You guys have been on there a long time.
Who are you talking about?
I says I have some people who were nominated for November Lion of the Month, and they're mostly on this meeting. So I'm just going to call it out.
Okay.
All right. Greg Firth actually nominated Bob and Tom and
Lloyd.
And Louie. Actually, it's Bob, Louie, and Lloyd. Sorry, Tom. For their work on the lights for Lions Island, getting out the lights, checking out the lights, getting them hooked up, getting out there and getting them in place. The community, all the talk in the community, people are posting pictures of the lights. It's a proud moment, you know, for the Lions, and it's a good service for our community when the Lions Island gets all lit up. And so Greg understands that, and so he nominated these gentlemen for Lion of the Month. Does anyone have anything to say toward that?
Yes.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Greg,
Okay.
do you have room in your drawer at all for another?
It's not me.
He
Oh,
nominated.
Oh, good.
I nominated the three of them.
That makes it easy to vote then.
Okay,
I was
that's an
out
easy
there,
vote. I'm good.
I was out helping those guys, and between the three of them, and if Tom had been in town, he would have been there with them. But the three of them did a tremendous amount more than the rest of us did. They're planning and going out and doing a lot of exceptional work on the island. And I thought it was tremendous. And I don't care what you think, Bob, I meant it.
That's good.
Oh, good.
I'm good with that.
So we're gonna give one to all three?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a way to end the year, right?
Yep.
Okay. So unsung, I was thinking myself actually, and I would like to nominate, not that this is the person we need to choose, but I would like to recognize Isla Huster for jumping on and noticing that one of our own didn't have Christmas this year. She's done a great job with that, and I think that they're going to have a lovely Christmas because she was brave enough to step up and speak out. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yep, good thought.
The only thing I've got against it only is that it happened in December. We're doing November, aren't we?
Right.
You're right, Greg, or Terry, you hold us to that. I appreciate that about you, is that you do. Thank you.
I live in the past.
Let's hold that over for December awards. You're right.
Yeah, I'm great for December, but yeah. The only other one I can think of is Jane Gerton, who's usually on these meetings and stuff and stays here when we do this meeting, even a lot of times, for unsung.
What does she do?
She doesn't she help Darlene with get out the notices for meetings, and she's usually on if Hal has to get out of here when we do this awards committee meeting. She usually runs that. So it's just somebody different for a change.
Yeah, it would be different.
I'm in.
I think he's still on, but how about Hal Palmer for unsung?
Nobody likes him. That's the problem.
He's done an awful lot.
Does.
That's not me there. He didn't take it off mute.
Well, we still will have December to worry about.
Okay.
Let's hold him over till December.
Okay. Sounds good.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So Isla would be the unsung then, correct? Or was it Jane?
Jane this month and Isla next month.
Okay. Okay.
So you got any rookies? We don't have any new members, do we?
Well, other than Bob Piper, but he's already been rookie a couple times.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll give away 3 lines of the month and 1 unsung, and maybe we'll just skip rookie again because
Fine.
that'll give us some incentive when we get rookies again, right?
Yeah.
Catch up on rookies.
Who's the 3? I thought that Bob, Tom, Lloyd, and Louie were all mentioned.
No, not Tom.
Actually, Tom was hunting, so
Tom was on vacation.
Oh, wow, you escaped. Okay.
It's just Lloyd, Bob, and Louie.
Okay. You want one?
No.
You can be the rookie?
Yeah, rookie. Yeah.
Probie. Yeah, probie.
If you need a rookie, you can give it to me. I'm good at that.
Okay. We just went out and found him.
Well, that's one thing. Find good ones. There you go. All right. Well, if no one has anyone else to nominate, we think we've got our slate, then I'll call the meeting to an end.
Okay. Good enough.
All right.
Thanks, Dina.
You're welcome. Merry
Thank
Christmas, everybody. Hope your
Thank you
Christmas
all.
is blessed.
Yeah.
Tom,
Merry Christmas.
Tom,
Where's Donna?
you want to swing by and pick me up, and we'll just put it in your rig, or you think it's going to be so big?
I think
gotta
it's too big.
Big?
Hal?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Al Palmer's printer. We're going to go get it.
His what?
Put it in the Lions garage.
What is it?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think it's an office printer, and it might be too big.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Where's your Donna today?
I'll come pick you up. How's that?
Was she? Okay.
That work?
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
All biz.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry